Just
not the Hokies.
talk about your experience with him.
Well, I always had a tremendous amount of respect for him as a player when I was a player, because I knew he was extremely intelligent. He was an outstanding coach schematically. He was a great motivator. You know, he was an old Marine, not old, but he was young then, but he was a Marine. He was hard-nosed and tough, and just really admired him. And I roomed with all the offensive linemen. So, you know, I had a level of respect for him as an outsider, but I also heard all the complaining from the big guys about him. And usually that's probably good when they're complaining a little bit that he's tough on them. But since that time, when I got back in coaching, he's been a real mentor for me. He has. And, you know, leaned on him a lot when I was at Louisiana Tech on some of the things he does, because he's just had tremendous consistency in all of his teams, and that's what I've admired most about him.
You feel like knowing him that well helps you at all?
Helps me for what?
For the game on Friday?
No. I don't think it has any bearing on it.
Okay. That's all I had. Thanks.
Yeah.
With the confidence of this offense going into it, you know, Jim today seemed pretty confident. When you look at just over the past few months, I mean, I know guys go down every year, guys get hurt, guys get in trouble or whatever, but is that sense of confidence, how real is that between this staff and these guys going into this game?
I think there's some confidence in the guys who have gone out there and produced, that they're going to go out there and perform the way we expect them to. And I think there's high concern for the guys that haven't been out there and produced. And there's a lot of those guys too. So, you know, I don't know what the answer is. And now we got to go see. I mean, there's a lot of guys. Justin hadn't played. He played 2 games. CP hadn't played. Devon and Rajon have never been the runners. So this is all a new experience for those guys.
I think we've asked a lot about NC State secondary. It kind of jumps off the page with those numbers. But what about the front 7 of that defense? So I know there's.
Look, I was just saying the other day, their defensive line is underrated as any D-line I've ever seen. Looks like an SEC D-line to me. Very disruptive. They're big. They're physical. And on third down, they got a lot of twitch to hit the quarterback. So this is an SEC football game. That's how I view it.
With linebackers, I know they got a lot of new bodies there.
Well, it's the unknown. We don't know. And so they could come out and be freshman All-American or, you know, all-conference guys. We don't know. We'll see.
Derek, has your defensive communication improved the way you wanted it to in the last couple of weeks of camp?
It's fine in practice. Now we got to go see if we can communicate in the game. And that's just kind of where our team is. We're going to have to go see what we look like. And then whatever we look like, let's correct and adjust moving forward.
Are those motions and shifts that NC State does, is it really a good bit more than most offenses? That's what it's kind of been described as.
Well, that's their style of play, number one. Number two, they know that we do a lot of adjusting on defense, so it'll probably be a little more elevated than that.
Have you talked about Kroom or Pig, any of those guys? What's their situation going into this week? I know you said Pig's out.
Kroom's limited, Pig's out.
Yeah. Is there a chance he'd play some? Or
there's a chance, but he's limited.
Yeah.
I doubt it. What's our terms? He's out.
Doubtful.
He's doubtful. He's doubtful.
Doubtful.
He's doubtful. That's one below out.
Yeah.
Questionable is the next one.
The problem.
Pig's out. Kroom's doubtful. That'll help me going forward.
Anybody else who's maybe a question mark for Friday?
Downs is out.
Sure.
Dakota is out. Meredith is out. Bynum is out. Christian Harris is out. LaTroy Lewis is out. Bullock is out.
Thanks, guys. That's pretty good, Derek.